Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch One. Thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at the Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Ultra Thin. You can buy this 18-karat rose gold Reverso Ultra Thin on our website, watchyouwant.com. Purchase it there, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. You can also click on the card icon in the upper right-hand corner of this video at any time to view our full listing for this watch with price, accessories, warranty remaining, and of course, additional photographs. Now you can see on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference. This is a full-sized modern Reverso. It deserves the appellation Grande, but what it also deserves is the description as an ultra thin, because it truly is. In profile, the watch just disappears. At 7.27 millimeters thick, it is almost a full millimeter thinner than the Royal Oak reference 15202 ST from Audemars Piguet. Yes, the ultra thin, the jumbo, cannot hold a candle to this reversible case Reverso. It's a remarkable achievement considering just how much mechanism is tied up in this case. You have the rotating case itself with the movement. You have the chassis itself with its ball bearings. It's an impressive feat to make this thin, but to make it truly ultra thin, that's what sets our manufacturer apart. And of course, JLC makes both the case and the movement to suit. Now, 7.27 millimeters thick on my 16 centimeter wrist, the watch has approximately a 47 millimeter span from extremity to extremity, and across the broad of the case it's approximately 27.5 millimeters, but the watch really wears differently than the bare measurements suggest, because while it is ultra thin and it'll have no trouble sliding under any kind of dress cuff or sleeve, it does have a little bit of flair to the strap itself. That is to say, the conforming strap, which leaves no gap, no daylight, so to speak, between the end of the case and the end of the strap, has a little bit of a tendency to splay out and extend the dimensions of the watch. That is to say, there's a little springiness, and it fights the inclination to pull down around the tight bend of a smaller wrist. Because of the visual integration as well as the flare tendency, the watch wears larger, closer to a 50-52 millimeter lug-to-lug timepiece, which is not to say that a smaller wrist can't wear it with security and style. I would say down to about 14.5 centimeters, you can wear this one quite easily. You just have to buckle it down. And you will be glad you did, because the strap is of outstanding quality. Now, it's a chocolate brown, rectangular scale monotone stitch alligator leather. Beautifully rendered, it features a contrasting calf skin on the back, so the supple leather, the calf, touches the skin, and the durable leather, the alligator, is what's exposed to the elements in the outside. It does feature a JLC manufactured and beautifully polished pin buckle. It's sensuous, it's smooth, it almost contrasts with the strong Art Deco rectilinear geometries of the case itself. And make no mistake, we are talking about a classic here. Since 1931, when the first Reversos were built, they've been defined by two features. First, the reversible case itself and the solid case back that's often used as a canvas for personalization. And second, the individual design cues that were chosen that really mark the watch as a product of its time. Since the 1925 Paris Exposition of Decorative Arts, Art Deco has been regarded as something of an early 20th century machine-age style. And really, in that mode, the watch has conical ends. It has a sharp contrast between the horizontal sweep of what are known as the gadroons of the case and the vertical emphasis of its rectangular form. And you can see that this is recapitulated on the dial itself with a silvered austere hour track inboard of a dimpled guilloche that runs around the outer circumference of the dial itself. And then inboard, you can see that there's a contrast between the guilloche cut of the minute track and the vertical striations of the guilloche on the central dial. There's a lot of angular tension going on here, lines intersecting, running against each other, very much in the vein of the machine age that inspired the original Reverso. So while the watch is no longer considered to be a sports timepiece, that is to say, the solid case back is no longer intended to protect the crystal from the blows of polo mallets, nevertheless the watch remains relevant because it is so beautiful and such a gorgeous cultural time capsule from its era in the 1930s. Now, whether you're the Duke of Windsor, Amelia Earhart, or General Douglas MacArthur, in the past you would have availed yourself of the personalization potential of this caseback for engraving, for enamel, for lacquer. It can be whatever you want it to be. It can even be a curiosity left blank to invite questions, comments, and guesses from your colleagues at work who are going to try to figure out what it is you're wearing on your wrist. Now, inside that revolving case, which I should mention has 50 individual parts, it's remarkably complex, and perhaps even more remarkably, it does have splash and rain water resistance. we find a Jaeger-LeCoultre manufacturer caliber 822, manual wind, approximately 134 parts. It has a 45-hour power reserve, and it was designed and shaped specifically for the Reverso case. So both case and movement made in-house. It speaks to the full manufacturer competence of Jaeger-LeCoultre. This is an all-timer. This is a watch that's up there with the Rolex No-Date Sub. It's up there with the Patek 5296 Calatrava. It's up there with the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. This is truly the face of Jaeger-LeCoultre, and if you were to have just one watch emblematic of the watchmaker's watchmaker, it would be a Reverso, and likely it would be an elemental Reverso with just the essential features like this Reverso Ultra Thin. The Grand Ultra Thin Reverso, available in 18 karat rose gold on our website, watchyouwant.com.